Don't laugh at my theme song, bro. Are you kidding me? Yes, man. Primm's Hood Stories, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Different scenery, different positions, all that shit, bro. What's up, man? I'm your host. My name's Prim. Everybody love me. Y'all know me out there, man. Y'all know my show. Everybody watch my show. I'm here with a special guest, man. Y'all heard the theme song, man. First we get to talking. I'm talking today with Toonrific Tariq. Y'all probably know this motherfucker, man. Yo. I'm sure y'all seen one of his videos. What's up, Tariq? How you doing, bro?
What's good, bro? I'm happy to be here, man. I'm like a huge fan. I've put everybody on all of your videos. You're like one of the only people where it's like everything you make is just so funny.
That's crazy, bro. Thank you, man. I was a fan of yours before I even started making videos, bro. That's crazy. It's funny how that shit works out, crazy. Bro. Yeah, that's crazy. I was subscribed to you for a minute, bro. I forget what.
I'm like a super fan, bro.
Kinda, yeah. I think it was the How to Black video. I mean, that was probably your most popular one, wasn't it? The How to Black video. Yeah, that's where I feel like I found you and shit. And I was like, oh shit. But you know what? I feel like I found Dub first. I found Review Your Life first. Because if you remember, I shouted him out in one of my old ass videos. I found him first before I even found you.
I did. I saw that.
That's crazy. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I fell in love with that nigga channel, bro. And like he introduced me to all the animation niggas. That's where I found Man and all y'all other niggas and shit. This is way before I started making videos too, by the way. This is all. So y'all niggas are fucking. Y'all the big homies and shit, low key.
Bruh, so every time you drop, we send a video like to each other, and like the Love and Basketball one, like the whole server was going nuts over that because of the SpongeBob shit.
Yeah, that shit is pretty so good, funny. Bro. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones, bro. Yeah, I get that question a lot. People ask me what my favorite one. What's your favorite of my videos? I don't want to be like that and shit, but motherfuckers are going crazy over these videos. I do have favorites, but I want to get your answer. What's your favorite one? Which one that you like?
I've been going back to the Love and Basketball one a lot. I'm leaning towards the Belly one is so funny.
Really? Like, I hate the Belly one kind of, bro.
You hate the Belly one?
The Belly one, bro. Yeah, this shit wasn't funny to me. I don't know why.
Damn, why do you hate the? That's crazy.
I gotta go back and try it again.
The shit with like X singing in the shower is so funny. And then like every time T-Boz speaks, you do like
the I mean thing. Yeah. That's pretty funny, yeah.
And then
that's
like
it though, yeah.
Now there's one thing you say that I quote at least twice a week. Like I say it in like a random conversation. It's the
sun shining or whatever.
It's like wow, can't believe it. Africa, me and T-Boz. It's so good.
Yeah, I kind of pull some punches in the Belly one too because I feel like, but I can't be doing that shit because that's caving into pressure. But I really hated Belly, bro. And that's why I feel like that's probably why I don't like the review so much because I just don't even like revisiting the movie at all and shit. That shit, I hate that shit so much, bro.
I feel like I went to film school and like, you know, the little bit of black kids that was there that seen Belly or whatever, like they would talk about is like, yo, Belly makes no sense. Like,
yeah, it doesn't. Like, it's fucking nonsense, right? That's what I'm saying. Like it's got some cool shots in it, and like I said, I gave him his props for like the cinematography because he's like a music video nigga or whatever. But like that's it, and like even that shit, like some of that shit is like, ew. Like why the fuck did you do that shit?
Even Belly kind of became like it's kind of like an aesthetic thing at this point, right? Like people like post like gifs of it like from Tumblr or something like that. Like,
yeah, it's like cool. It was like cool, yeah. Like it's like it's got cool imagery and it's like what hood niggas aspire to be. It's like glamorized hood shit. I said that in my fucking video too.
There's no like,
but like that's it. Like it's not like, deep, but like like motherfuckers be acting like.
I put your video on for my brother. My brother is 31. I put your video on for my brother when I went to his crib in Virginia 2 weeks ago. And like when you were like, I forgot the part it was where you talk about like like how I think like one of them niggas got out of jail. It was something like, he was like, yo, how did he do that? And my brother was like, wait, yeah, fact, because my brother grew up on it. Like, he was one of, like, that was like his vibe. So he was like, damn, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I be trying to do that a little bit, but I know niggas be mad when I be pointing out little shit like that. Where like little like plot holes and shit. But a lot of the times, like, don't take my word for that shit. Y'all really have to go back and watch the movies, because I really just like, I just be taking that shit over like a grain of salt. But I be getting corrected sometimes, like where I be confused about certain shit. Like certain people, like people will correct me in the comments, and I'll be like, "Oh shit!" Like it'll be a whole thing I completely missed. So you can't really take my word for it, though. So you're saying, so yeah, 11 Basketball is a good one. I like that one a lot. That's the newest one, but that shit turned. I didn't like the audio quality. I don't know what the fuck was going on with me and shit, but everything else was gold. I like that shit. I think
I go back to the Martin ones.
Martin ones, see, yeah, those are some of my least favorites too, bro. Yeah, see,
that's crazy, bro.
That's crazy, right? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, because I feel like comedies are hard for me to do, because like you can't make fun of Martin and shit just because, like, you know, that shit is a thing. It's like, it's already funny and shit. So,
no, but you like, because in case you don't know, I quote your videos a lot, like in just conversation. I do the like, Martin and Pan can't be smashing. She got BDBs. He a short person. She got a horse face. Still look better than Gina though. She still got a horse face. Like it's like
there's
so funny.
There's some gems in there. All right, yeah, you're right. So, but even my least favorite ones, I'll still acknowledge that there's some good, because I just jam pack them with all the jokes I could think of and shit. So there's bound to be a joke in there that makes me like, all right, that's all right.
Right. We're all our worst critics, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you can't really. It's hard to do it objectively. You can't really do it. Really, it's kind of impossible. Yeah. But favorite one, if I have to go back and shit, either the New Jack City one. That one's for the people.
It's really good.
Yeah, people sleep on that one. Or the Menace to Society one is good. That's probably my most popular one. So I feel like that's probably, I got a soft spot for it just because that's kind of when I blew up. But it's New Jack City, Menace to Society, or I like the Get Rich or Die Trying video. Like,
I love that.
I love that, right? That's one of my lowest viewed videos. But yeah, like, I don't know why. I love that.
So much. I've seen that video like,
the Lion King,
like maybe 4 or 5 times. It's so like I laughed when you played the theme song, because like I like associate that song with you. Like,
yeah, that's fucked up. Now I took the fucking the date music from San Andreas or whatever.
Lil C's from Notorious.
That shit.
I'm saying Lil C's from Notorious. He was on 50 Cent. He'll be all right.
He's all right. Yeah. My tongue, your ear, bro. Not your ear. I was singing the song or whatever. But yeah, I fuck with your videos, bro. Your videos probably take a hella long to make, bro. Like, how long does it take you to write one of those motherfuckers? I guess it depends, right? It always depends on.
It's weird. Like, yeah, definitely. Like, if I do like a whole show, I'll take anywhere from like 5 days to maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks to like watch the whole show. Because I watch the whole show.
Do you be watching the whole thing, or you be skimming that shit?
I watch the whole thing, bro. I watch them all, bro.
Oh my god!
To make sure that I don't, because it's like you were saying.
Yeah, because you be thorough, bro. Yeah, like you gotta.
I don't want to miss anything. People in the comment. If somebody comments like, "Oh, you didn't talk about this episode," I'll know for a fact that I didn't talk about it because I felt like I didn't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, you want to be thorough. Like I said, that shit shows in your videos, bro. You're very thorough.
So it takes that long to watch them, and I'll take notes while I'm watching them, and then I'll write in a night. I write in one night. I write my videos in one night. And next morning I'll record, and editing takes maybe anywhere from 48 to 72 hours. And the hardest part is probably because I do new drawings every single video. So the hardest part is probably the drawings.
Is that you who does them shits?
Yeah, I do them all, bro.
Damn, bro. I didn't know you was so you really about that shit, bro. You went to film school and all that shit, bro?
Yeah, I'm in there, bro.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. So where you from?
Jersey.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we had this conversation before on the Sketch the Rhyme and shit. Yeah, shout out to Steven, bro. Shout out to Steven Hendricks. What he doing? Where the fuck that nigga at?
Steve chilling, bro. He just won Young Thug had a contest for like his next cover art, and Steve just won.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
It's so good, yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Steve, bro. Yeah, that's my nigga, bro. He got Instagram or whatever? Let me shout out his Instagram.
Yeah,
check out his art.
Steven Hendricks. Yeah,
Steven Hendricks. I could have thought of that shit. I'm sure we follow each other and shit. But yeah, shout out to Steve, bro. That's what the fuck, nigga.
Yeah, that shit was so cool. Like I didn't even know he entered. I just kind of like I was minding my business one day, and then Blake sent it to me, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that's how it be. Bro. Yeah, that's how it be. Because that's how like you keep it low key and shit when you're like it's like a quiet confidence. You got to do that shit because you.
Yeah.
Just do your thing, bro. You ain't gotta be out here yelling that shit, putting the bad juju in the air or whatever. So Jersey, bro. Damn.
Big Jersey, yes, sir.
Yeah. You know Joe Budden? Have you ever met Joe Budden before?
Nah, you know it's crazy. I met everybody but Joe Budden.
You met at a slaughterhouse?
Nah, I went to me and the homie 2 years ago. We went. Joe did. They did a live podcast in New York. We went down there and after the show, I dapped up Rory and Maul, but Joe was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, well,
I got like pictures with Rory and Maul, bro.
Of course,
but I was like,
you know, they want pictures. They probably love them.
I was high as shit, bro. I was so fried. So like, I look insane in those pictures.
What part of Jersey did you grow up in?
Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey. Okay, yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, so was that rough or how was it growing up? What were you doing? What were you into?
Me, you hear me talk about this a couple times on different pods or whatever, but I was the kid in the cut that was drawing in class type shit. Like that was who I was. It was cool though because like I was the cool kind of nerdy. So like everybody was still cool. I never had like no problems. Nobody
really fuck with the drawing nigga, bro. If you knowing how to draw will buy you hell of points, bro. Niggas will be surprised, bro. That real shit. I kind of knew how to draw. That shit didn't buy me no points and shit, but I was like a funny nigga, so that shit got me places.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was chill. Like a lot of stuff happened around me, and I've been around a lot of stuff type.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah,
I still got.
He's like, relatively unscathed. You think? Yeah.
I
get it, bro.
Like, you know what I mean? Everybody get like.
Everybody get a little bit of it. Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of it. But
everybody probably be around some gunshots every once in a while or something. Yeah, but like, it is what it is when you grow up around like in that kind of area. So.
Yeah, real shit, bro. So was you like a Yu-Gi-Oh playing nigga and shit? What was your thing and shit? What made you nerdy besides the drawing and shit? Because that's not really nerdy and shit.
I was on some listen. I was in
these Beyblades.
We talked a little earlier about the cartoon shit. We had a whole conversation about brace face. So I already know.
Yeah.
You wanna know what I'm talking about when I say that this is what I was on. This is the kind of time I was on. I'll go to the playground and I'll say like some like ancient jokes from like Animaniacs or some shit. Like shit that wasn't even on TV.
Ain't nobody getting this
like,
shit.
Yeah, shit that wasn't even on TV no more type shit. Like I was doing that, and like when all the little black boys made the transition to anime, I didn't do it with them type shit. So like I was.
Oh wait, so you wasn't an anime nigga?
No, I didn't make that transition.
Yeah, because I feel like that was the transition where all the black kids started transitioning like an anime and shit, that didn't happen till after I was like older and shit. Cause back then, like back when I was a kid, like if you was an anime nigga, you was getting it and shit. I wasn't an anime nigga, but like it's funny how I saw that transition and shit. And it's weird how that shit went. Cause now that shit is like a thing. Like we kind of claim that shit. Like all the hip hop niggas and shit, most likely them niggas all the tattoo face niggas, them shits like anime, them niggas like anime and shit. That shit. It's funny how that works.
They be getting iced out cartoons and shit. And I like all this shit is cool now because all the niggas that grew up really liking it, like those the ones that's like
now is the time for that shit. But I agree, that shit was not the time for that. It was not the time for Animaniacs to expect them, bro. I don't know what the fuck.
Hell no. I was on some nasty shit, bro. I was like, when I think back to like the kind of time I used to be on, bro, that shit make me feel nasty, bro.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro. We all got that, bro. No, anybody who say they don't got that shit is a motherfucking liar, bro. They're a motherfucking liar. Oh man. So yeah, so you wasn't in you didn't do Dragon Ball Z, none of that shit?
Nah, bro.
I wasn't into that shit either. That shit's fucking. I mean, there was a couple of them I liked, kind of, but yeah, that shit. Mm-hmm. Like I appreciated the tradition. Well, not traditional, but like I appreciated American animation a lot more for some reason and shit. Yeah, like I could take it a lot more seriously and shit.
Yeah, I was the same way. I think for me, I was just like. Even like the American stuff that had stories, like I wasn't even really like, I would watch it, but I didn't really care that much.
Yeah, you was like Simpsons, Family Guy type nigga.
Yeah,
like funny
like
shit.
I wasn't. I wasn't Jackie Chan Adventures.
You tripping on that shit? Yeah, but I mean,
it was fire though. I knew it was fire. It just wasn't where my head was at.
You would rather it be animated comedy and shit, right?
Yeah. I feel you. That's where. So that's what I was. Coming, if they wasn't talking about that, then we wasn't really having no conversations. Like I was just kind of making the weird jokes. If I thought it was funny, I was bringing it to the playground. I had like the weirdest sense of humor too. Like I found out recently, bro, that me and my brother have the same sense of humor. I didn't even know that. Like my brother, like he thought that his fiance be like, oh, you like all them like white shows, but he be watching like The Office and like Dave and like Always Sunny. Like Always Sunny is hilarious.
That shit funny as shit. What the fuck?
It's just so funny, bro.
Yeah, niggas gotta stop doing that. But niggas are stopping. Like niggas are being more open minded now because I got a lot of flack for that shit when I was younger, like watching quote unquote white shit. Which I mean, some of that shit was super duper fucking white and shit, but. Like Seinfeld, like some of that shit has merit, bro. Like Seinfeld be funny as shit, bro.
Seinfeld is so
that
funny,
shit
bro.
Funny as a motherfucker, bro. Like
it's so funny.
Niggas are expanding their horizons more, so that mentality will die out. So I feel like even like that shit won't be a thing no more. But
right,
yeah, I got that shit too, man.
Yeah,
so how did you get into all the animation? Like, would you have some old DVDs and shit, or like you had an older person put you on?
Yeah, my grandmoms used to show me. My palette when I was a kid was weird. Like I watched the Charlie Brown specials. I watched Felix the Cat, my nigga. Like it wasn't like normal. Like I got the Mickey Mouse DVD. It wasn't nothing like that. Like I had Felix the Cat. I had the Chipmunks. That was my vibe. I had
the old Chipmunks or like the new Chipmunks.
The old joints.
Oh shit!
Like I was watching the Chipmunks before they like was with my name.
But they got the reboot and and then I was talking about like the you know how they had like the movie like the Frankenstein ones and all that shit. You talking about You talking about the ones before that, or you talking about those?
I'm actually talking about the ones before that, but I'm talking about those too. Yeah. But I started out with the ones before that, like from like the 60s type. Like I had those on deck. That's what I'm saying, bro. I had a weird palette, bro. I didn't have a Lion King. Actually, there's something mad people don't know about me. Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, all of those like essential Disney movies. I didn't see those till I was 13, bro. Like I grew up on Kimba the White Lion, which is the anime that people accuse of stealing Lion King. Even though they didn't really steal it, there's a whole 2-hour video about.
Yeah, it's like I saw that one where they debunked that shit, and Kimba's a whole series and not just a fucking single movie. Yeah, I saw that shit. So wait, was that by choice that you had this palette, or your grandma was just like, no, here's a bunch of old shit. You watch this shit, sir. Like, was it by choice that you watched those old shit? You were just fascinated by it?
Nah, it was like that's kind of what we had, and like just like how any kid is just like
I
just
feel
like
you.
run
You
the
watch
tape.
what you watch and shit. Yeah, you watch what the fuck is in that bitch.
Any kid will run the tape. They'll find their favorite set of tapes and just run them back all the time. Like I was running those back. Then I knew cartoons still came on TV, so I was watching what came on too. But like as far as like the stuff that like I held like close to me that I really really vibe with, like I pretty much listed off all the ones that's really important to me, like the Chipmunks, Charlie Brown. I had some Little Lulu DVDs. So
yeah, my granddad used to watch Little Lulu. It freaked me out when you did that shit. I'm like, bro, I fucking haven't thought about this shit in 20 years. I forgot all about that show. Yeah, you did that shit. That shit was cool too. So wait. Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, I think that's pretty. Like all the other shows that are like really important to me, like became important to me later on, like King of the Hill and Simpsons and shit. Like I kind of found those on my own type shit.
Yeah. Who was buying all this shit? Was it your grandma? She just had, or it was just, I guess, the random assortment of shit that you had throughout the years?
I think it was just a random assortment. Like, and then like, every once in a while something would get added because like they saw what I was watching. So like I had a boy named Charlie Brown. I had that VHS. So niggas saw I was Charlie Brown down. So niggas they was at the store and they saw some other Charlie Brown VHSs. They was bringing those back to the crib.
Oh, see, that's nice, bro. See, because I tried that shit because I had a fascination with old ass cartoons. Like there was like the old Looney Tunes shits. Like there was one where I thought it was so funny. There was Daffy Duck and shit. That nigga used to be super wild, right? I don't know if you know that shit.
Yeah, nah, right? You see that.
There was one where he was like dressed up like one of the 5 Heartbeats or some type shit where he looked like Lou Richard or some shit. He had like a crazy haircut. He had a big ass suit with the big ass shoulders. And he was like singing crazy shit. And there was a bunch of shit that was funny in this episode. I forget what it was and shit. But I mean, I forget what the episode was.
It sounds familiar though.
Yeah. And
like I can see the image in my head type shit.
Yeah, and it was like, I think it was a collection of movies or some shit I had on the random. I think my granddad had that shit. And there was like 2 cats. There was like there were 2 black cats. There was like a tall, skinny one and like a short, fat one. And one of them name was like Babbitt or like some shit like that. And it was just super old and like fucking dumb shit. But I was like, okay, I like this shit. And then we was in Blockbuster one day. And I was with my mom and shit, and I saw a Looney Tunes collection and shit with Daffy Duck on there, with like dressed up like Little Richard or whatever the fuck, like in that same outfit. And I'm like, oh, can we get this? And then my mom looked at that shit and she was like, that shit old as fuck. Like she was like the 60s. Why do you want that? And she's like, put it back. And I was like, all right, I guess that's it for that shit. I don't know why like open your mind, bro. Expand your horizons, bro.
Damn, it got away, bro.
Yeah, because I feel like you're fortunate because like I feel like most black families would be like, this nigga, don't be watching that stupid shit. Why the fuck you watching that old ass fucking Charlie Brown shit?
Yeah, you still, you know what I mean? Growing up in a black household, you never not gonna catch it. Like some people,
you just gotta own that shit, right? Yeah, you just gotta, that's all it is, bro.
Some people get it less than others. Like I still was able to. I was able to be myself type shit and still watch whatever I wanted. But like, you feel me? Like
you still got it. Though.
I was watching Pop-Up Girls. I was watching Pop-Up Girls, and he was like, "Them little girls on the screen, bro. Like, what you doing?" Like, meanwhile, you don't know they be like trashing people. They be like, you get right on the Pop-Up.
Yeah, like they don't get the contact. But you're gonna get it. It's all good, bro. I understand why I understand. Sure. Yeah. So hood stories, man. I'm sure you got some stories in Newark, bro. What's your story? Do you have a single story for me today? Bro. Well, we can do whatever story you want, bro.
I wrote some down in case I forget. Cause I didn't want to forget none of the stories or whatever. Cause I was trying to figure, I'm like, what's something like I could really tell on her? I do got one story. I was in 5th grade. This was like, it was right before 5th grade. So this is right before Obama, bro. This is like BO, before Obama type.
BO.
Obama got elected when I was in 5th grade. So it was like right before Obama type. I had I had a slide up cell phone. Like I was chilling. I had the slide up cell phone or whatever. My homie, my mother owns the crib, so she rents out the bottom floor. This lady moved in with her grandson. Her grandson would come on the weekends or whatever, and that was my man. Like I'd chill with him. Like me and him, we was homies. So me and him, we were outside one day. We were sitting on the porch, whatever. I left my phone in the crib. We were sitting outside. We was on the porch, and then this was back when like Ed, Edd n Eddy was really ambiguous. Like you didn't know like if it was over, if it was coming back. But I was on the internet one day and I found a picture of Eddie's older brother. So I had took a picture of it on my phone, but I left my phone in the crib. So I was telling him, I'm like, yo, I got a picture of Eddie's brother on my phone. Like, he like, what, you lying? I'm like, nah, it's upstairs. So I went upstairs. Dirty as hell. Went and got my phone, came back downstairs. I showed it to him. I think we talked about that for a little bit. Mind you, this whole time we going through this, I live behind a school. So like there's a school, like as soon as you look out my window type, in front of the crib, there's a school like right across type.
Was your school?
Nah, I actually didn't even go there.
Thank God. Well, actually, no.
Oh yeah,
that should probably be
insane.
No, that should be sweet though. You probably skip school and shit all you want.
That's true. I probably could have did that. But
I mean, whatever.
They it was like some kids sitting like on the side of the school. Like they was fake deep. Like I think it might have been like 3 or 4 of them type shit, and they was sitting right there. And yeah, so we kind of looked at the picture, ain't really paying no mind. Put my phone down. I think we started playing ball in my front yard type shit, and then we chilled for a little bit. We sat back down. So is this
going where I think it's going?
It's going exactly where you think it's going, but I think it's going to take a turn that you don't know where it's going.
Okay, no, okay, go ahead, continue.
me and the homie, we sitting down. In between us, my phone is sitting on the it's sitting like right in the middle of us type, like it's sitting on the steps type shit. A dude, one of the dudes comes in with their hood on and their hand kind of like squeezing their hood so like you can't see their mouth.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah.
So he come in there, and mind you, I'm like, this is like the height of because that's the thing. Like I was the dorky cartoon dude, and like nothing ever happened to me before. So I was under the impression that
like I could take them.
Yeah, not even that. I was under the impression that everybody on the face of the earth was a good person. Nobody had ill intentions. Nobody wanted to hurt me. Type.
Wait, what? You was watching cartoons, bro? You know, there's evil niggas in cartoons. You tripping?
Yeah, bro. But I thought those was cartoons, bro. I didn't know he was giving it up like that in the hood.
So this was how old was this nigga that was walking up on you?
Them niggas
were they like older, way older?
Yeah, I was
5th grade.
I was like 9 or 10. Them niggas had to be like 13, 13, maybe 14 type shit.
That's not that bad. They can still beat you up.
So the nigga he come through our gate, and he dapped me up. He dapped the homie up. And then he reaches in the middle and grabs my phone and turns away and walks off. Wow. So me thinking like still good intention, I follow him and I like laugh and I like try to reach for it. They're like, look, I don't know. I thought he was playing. So I chuckled and I reached for it, and then he lunged at me.
Oh.
I was like, oh, like nigga just lunged at me type. So he keep walking, and then I keep following. This son, I don't know if I can ever articulate the fear in my heart about what happens next. Like, this is literally like a movie, my nigga. Like he keep walking, I'm following him. He keep walking, and then he turns a little bit. Like by this point, we're in the middle of the street. Like the street separating my crib from the school type. We're in the middle of the street. He cuts a corner, and then when he turns, like you see the other kid that he was with, and the other kid that he was with had like super dark lips, bro. Like his lips was like crazy dark, and
the fuck they gotta do
I noticed
anything?
it. Now, the only reason I noticed is because he was smoking a black. He was smoking a black and mild,
that's why
bro.
the fuck is, yeah, that shit. Especially you start early, yeah, that shit'll get you, bro.
You feel me? And like the smoke like frightened me immediately.
Yeah, they was really about that shit. Yeah, this nigga smoking a black and mild in the middle school.
Nigga had a mild. He had a mild. Son, it blew my mind. So then, like, we lock eyes, and he looking at me. He's everything about the way he looking at me is showing me that he knows I'm corny type shit. Like
they be knowing, bro. Don't even try it.
Yeah. So he look at me, and then he just bow hook off, hit me. He kind of uppercut me, bro. Like my head went up, and like it hurt. It really did hurt, and I didn't even do nothing. Like I think I gasped. Like I was like, oh, and then he laughed, and then they all walked off, and they went down the street.
Oh my God!
I'm just standing there. I'm standing there in the middle of the street. I'm looking insane. The homie, I think the homie went upstairs. I followed the homie. The homie went upstairs to my mom's, and he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, these dudes, they just came in the gate. They took Tariq's phone. They punched me in the face." And I'm sitting there looking goofy, holding my face. My mother like, "What?" Boom, we get in the car. All right, so this is one thing about this story. You ever had a song that remind you of like a wild period in your life?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
So the song that was playing on the radio when we hopped in the G-Rod, I'll never forget the song that we was playing in the that was playing in the car when we hopped in there was what's the name of that shit? Sometimes love come knocks you down.
Around and it knocks you down. That is like the movie, bro. That's the part that this shit will play at when you about to go get revenge and shit.
So that's what was playing. We hopped in the car. That was playing.
Who was we? It was you and your mom about to go fight them niggas.
Me and my mom
go do shit.
Nah, look. So boom. We hopped in the car. And I don't know what the deal is, bro. We pull up to my aunt's house. She telling me to go get my aunt. I go in there to go get my aunt. I walk in there. Everybody is in their crib for some reason. My brother's in there. All my cousins is in there. My uncles is in there. And I'm walking past them. Like, so I didn't say anything to them. They like, yo, like what's good? Where you come from? Like, we wasn't expecting to see you today. I'm ignoring them. I'm doing exactly what my mother told me. I'm going to my aunt. Went there with my aunt. Told my aunt what happened. My aunt hopped up, and I just kind of went back outside. All I heard was like, I think she told them what happened, and then they was like, what? And then I heard my brother say, yo, let's go. And then everybody poured out the crib, bro. It was so many niggas pouring out the crib, bro. So then the homie went and told his mom what happened. And the homie had altercations with the kid before. So the homie's mother knew where the kids stayed at type.
Oh shit. Lucky.
Right. So she was like, she directed my mother. She like, yo, this is where one of them stay at. This the other one stay at. We pull up to one of the crib. One of them niggas was having a barbecue, son. We pulled up to the crib, mad family outside. It ain't matter. My whole family pouring out somebody G-Rod. Like, it gotta be like 15 niggas, bro. Everybody's pouring out the car. Hey, what's that other drop you guys? You making me feel bad.
Oh yeah. Got a lot of them, but yeah, that's how it be happening, bro. That's good, bro. That's good that you have my. So these were all adults about to go beat up some little kids, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? Is that what you're saying?
There were adults there, but like my cousins was all like. Low key, they was their age. Like they was like my cousins and my brother, and they was like 15.
I mean, yeah, as long as they minors, yeah, it's all good, bro. That nigga be 17 and a half, bro. He still beat his ass. It's fine.
I think one of my uncles had a bat. Niggas,
that's too much.
It ain't matter, bro. Because that was the first time anything like that ever happened to me. So they was like they was like distraught. They was like, what? Like what? What do you? So, I don't even remember how niggas got the phone back. Like, I just remember, like, they pulled up. I don't think anybody fought, but they like, I think the dude family was just like, fam, why did you took somebody, like, why would you do that? Just give me the phone back type. So they gave me the phone back and shit. I remember, I think majority of my contacts was gone. Niggas deleted my pictures. They cleaned my phone out, bro. I don't know what they was going to do. They probably
deleted Eddie's brother?
Shit, yeah, they deleted Eddie's brother, bro. I don't know if I ever found that again, bro. I mean, the movie came out later that year, but I didn't know that was going to happen, bro.
That's probably why he wanted the phone in the first place, because he heard you had Eddie's brother and shit in the motherfucker.
That probably is it, bro. Because anybody that smoke a black and mild definitely watch Ed and Eddie, bro. You know that.
Oh, yeah. They probably watch all that shit. They probably got cable because they trapping shit all day and they don't go to school or whatever.
Niggas walked in somebody's yard, dapped them up and took their cable box and walked off. Like that's just what they do. Like, that's just how they get everything.
That's not their first time doing that shit.
It couldn't have been, bro.
That's funny that you said that, though, bro. That's funny that you said that. So I have a very, very similar story, man. It's fucking wild. But this wasn't me though. So you know how I said like fucking like Yu-Gi-Oh playing niggas and all that shit. How they be getting it like. I used to get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody kind of takes their lumps in the hood. Like, even the most thorough of niggas, like, at some point, they fucking probably got their shoes took or some random shit like that. Like, that shit happens. So, like, that shit didn't happen to me so much, but I have 2 little cousins, and that shit would happen to them all the fucking time, bro. Like, they were just they were just a meal for niggas, bro. Like, and they were so crazy with that shit. Like, they'd be like walking to the store fucking 11 o'clock at night and like all types of crazy shit, like not giving a fuck. Like, I'm like, bro, you don't even care. But I think them niggas about your age now and shit. They're like 22 or whatever and shit. But they were like the anime Yu-Gi-Oh, like all about all that shit. Like, so they were like really like fucking. I remember there was probably a point where like, you remember niggas used to wear the big ass anime pants with like the chains on them and shit and like all the crazy, like that type shit, nigga. That's what I'm saying. Shit was rough out there, man. I was putting my life on the line for these niggas, man. But we was like, how old was I? I must have been like. I was probably like 20, and I don't want to use their names and shit. I mean, they don't be like, I feel like I'm going to tell a lot of stories about these niggas, so I don't want to fucking, I guess, man, fuck these niggas. I'll use their fucking names. I don't give a fuck. So Shiloh is the youngest one. There's Shiloh is the dark-skinned nigga, and Nile is the older one. I think they're like a year and a half, 2 years apart, 2.5 or so. Either way, so the one day where this was, I must have been like I said, I must have been like 21, 22 or some shit. And I was kind of like on my bullshit, like kind of, I was on some scrub shit, just kind of like couch surfing and shit. Like I didn't really have nowhere and shit. I was just kind of on my bullshit. Like, and I was crashing with them. And this nigga Shiloh goes to the store. And he has it was the Samsung Note. It was like one of the early ones. It was like 1 or 2 maybe, and that shit was huge. And he would like use the stylus and all that shit, like and draw hella attention to him.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of crazy shit. I'm like, bro, please stop that.
You can't use the stylus. Because
we were like in the fucking, we were in the trenches too. We were like in the super duper hood, bro. Like these niggas was not getting it, bro. So this nigga goes to the store. And before he goes to the store, he says something like really ominous. He says like something along the lines of like, I got a bad feeling. Like, I think something's going to happen type shit. And I'm like, whatever, shut the fuck up, bitch. Because the store is like right down the street. It's like at the end of the block and shit. So it's not that bad and shit. So he goes to the store and he does this whole thing and shit. And he comes back. And he's all fucked up and shit. He's not like super beat up and shit, but he's like fucking, you can tell something happened and shit. So I'm like, bro, you good with the fucking, and he's like, yeah, they came up on me and they took my phone and shit. Like, and basically the story I got from him was he's walking to the store and there's like two niggas that were like walking behind him and shit, and he can kind of feel them walking kind of fast, and like he kind of knew they were on some bullshit. But by the time they got to him, like they'd said one thing, they didn't even try. They would just be like, "Hey, what's up, cuz? What kind of phone is that?" Like type shit. Like I don't know if that's exactly what they said. They said like one thing, and they just lunged at him and grabbed that shit or whatever. And like he kind of struggled or whatever, but you know they got away with that shit and they took off with that shit. So he tells us, and I'm just kind of like, I told you not to use that motherfucking stylus. I don't know what the fuck you talking about this shit. Like, I don't but I could tell he was really hurt, but he told his mom, and his mom was like that type of chick and shit, where she's like about to go and be on some bullshit. Well, actually, no. Wait. Did we? Oh, yeah. No. She was there. She was there the whole time. So he told her. Because like I said, I didn't give a fuck, really. Like, I kind of cared. Like, and I was going to, like, but, like, I figured that the niggas were long gone and it was, like, whatever. Like, I wasn't really,
you
like...
don't know where they went.
Yeah, I wasn't really keen to, like... Because, like, for the most part, like, petty crime like that, like, niggas are not going to go out their way to do that shit. Like, if they do some stupid shit like that, they probably live in the area and shit. Like, they probably are not traveling to snatch a phone and shit. Like, they probably just on some knucklehead shit.
They feel like they're good.
Yeah. They just on some knucklehead shit with, like, fucking robbing an anime nigga or whatever. It's fucking easy pickings and shit. But the mom, so their mom is their mom and my mom are cousins and shit. So we're like second cousins. I don't know how the cousin thing works or whatever, but she's my cousin also. So she flips and she's like, all right, we gonna go find them niggas and shit. And so I'm like, bitch, are you like, what are you talking about? We're gonna go find them niggas. Like gone, bro. Like that shit, they're so gone. Like that's crazy. So we walk around, like we're just walking around the neighborhood. Like and she had pit bulls and shit. Like they were like super, like they were into like her dude was like a dog fighting type of nigga. Like they were super ratchet, bro. Like they was really with them shits, bro. Like, so they had some vicious ass dogs. So she had the dogs out and all that shit. So we're all going and shit. Well, I think she only had one dog at the time. I don't know where the other dogs were. They probably fucking dead or some shit. Fucking shit crazy out here. No, it's real shit. But she had the one dog, and we're all going crazy. And I'm just kind of along for the ride. Like I'm like, bro, okay, if I see this nigga, I'm gonna beat his ass. But like, and like I want to stick up for my little cousin and shit. But it's like he wasn't hurt that bad, and it's like just a phone. So I'm like, bro, I don't want to. Like, I don't fucking. Like I'm just here out of obligation because you're my nigga and shit. But I wasn't fired up. I wasn't like angry and shit just because like,
right.
Especially because I was warning these niggas every day of their lives. I'm like, bro, stop being so fucking. Stop looking like prey all the time because they were like fucking like they were like dressed like a little bit like crazy and shit. Like they chilled out like now as we become adults because we're all adults now and shit. But this was back in the back and shit. So this is a little bit different. So like they're fine now. They know how to conduct themselves now and shit. But like at the time I couldn't tell them enough and shit. So I'm just kind of like, that's what the fuck you get, nigga. But we're patrolling the neighborhood and there's a group of people, like this is maybe 2 blocks away. There's a group of guys and like people standing, like sitting on a stoop or like there's like a little side door to whatever house that they're at and shit. So like out of nowhere, like they're just kind of hanging out and shit. And then they're like my cousin, the lady cousin and shit. She's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Y'all see some boys, like they took whatever the fuck, blah, blah, blah. And like they were just kind of playing dumb, like, no, we don't. Yeah, what the fuck? You know, I don't know what you're talking about. And for some reason, I guess she had a hunch or something. Like, so she kind of grilled them a little bit. Like, I forget the details of what she was saying, but she kind of just was not letting up. She was just kind of like, y'all sure you know where they went at? Like,
yeah, it was something about them.
Yeah, like it was like maybe one of my cousins said something, like pointed something out about one of the guys. Well, that's all speculation. I really don't remember the details of why she was grilling them, but she was grilling them and she was just kind of giving them like a whole rundown, like she was being mature about it too. She wasn't like being crazy about it. So Either way, she must have said the right shit, or she must have. You ever play Fallout before? She must have.
Nah.
Never mind. I was gonna make a Fallout joke about a speech check or something, but either way, she must have said the right thing because by the way, the steps that they were sitting on, it was like a deck. You know how it was like fucking. It's like wooden. It's like all made out of wood and like fucking. There's maybe like 4 or 5 steps and like leading up to a side door, like kind of like a back door or whatever. And
I know
like,
exactly what you mean.
Yeah, there's like room under there and like for stupid shit or whatever. So she must have said something, or I don't know what the fuck, why this nigga did this, but the nigga with the phone was under the deck and he just darts out and starts hauling ass and shit. He starts hauling ass and she's like, oh my God, nigga, go get him and shit. And so I'm just like, out of instinct, we just start bawling after this nigga and shit. Like she stayed behind. Like she didn't let the dog go. I don't know why the fuck I mean, I guess that's kind of OD and shit at that point. Like the dog. Yeah, I was I guess the dog is just there as like a last resort. I guess now I'm thinking about it and shit. But either way, me and my 2 boys, the 2 cousins and shit, the anime niggas, we all chasing after these niggas. And like, I'm thinking like, bro, because there was 2 niggas and shit. Like the phone nigga ran out the first time. Then we start chasing the phone nigga. And then his homeboy ran out after and shit. Like, and we were kind of they were kind of together and we were kind of far away from them and shit. So we couldn't catch either one of them niggas bothered. Like when they initially darted out, because there was the whole situation and shit. But they darted out. They start getting low on us. They kind of fast. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of making excuses and shit. But they fucking. But I was getting with them niggas. I followed them niggas the whole time and shit. So everybody's fucking falling behind and shit. Like the fucking my cousins and shit. They all not keeping up. I'm keeping up with this nigga because he was like about their age. The guys who took the phone, it was about their age, and I was a little bit older. I'm about 5 years or so. So fucking, I'm getting with these niggas, especially since I'm a big nigga. I'm a tall nigga. I'll be fucking lunging at these motherfuckers. So they run into their house, and they must be doing something at their house because fucking there's a bunch of people in their front area and shit. So they dart into the house and shit. And I'm there and I'm like, oh fuck. So I just stop right there and shit. And then like as they're running from me and shit, like they got like some thug ass niggas sitting out there and shit. And they're like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, they like coming on me now. And I'm by myself, like nobody else is. So all they see is me chasing their little fucking cousins or whatever the fuck. They see me, my big ass, chasing some little kids and shit. And they running into the house and shit. So I'm like, all right, so well, I'm about to fucking get the fuck beat out of me and shit. So everybody surrounded me now at this point. But then my cousins come up and shit. And my older cousin, the chick and shit, she's everybody's the mom and shit. She starts explaining everything and she's like, you know, these boys don't do nothing to nobody. This nigga took his phone. Like they kind of got into a little back and forth or whatever. Like it wasn't the worst or whatever, but it was a little escalated and shit. And then she was like fucking. The lady said something about like fucking. Like, okay, well I understand that, but y'all should like the mom of or whoever the parental figure that stepped up for the guys who took the phone and shit. She's like, well, I don't understand why y'all chasing him, like trying to attack him. Like y'all should come to us type shit. Like bitch, what are you talking about? Kind of whatever. Like
that's stupid.
I mean, yeah, but even still, but I get what she's saying and shit. But then she was just like, well, there was my cousin was like, they some kids, man. Like why is people be messing with them and all that shit? And then the lady looked at me and she was like, this nigga ain't no motherfucking kid. Like,
nigga had a full beard and shit.
There and shit. Like, yeah. So I see where the confusion lied with the fucking whole situation. Like they ended up like once everything de-escalated, they ended up fucking giving the phone back. Like the mom or whoever made him give the phone back. But they took the SIM card, which he didn't realize till later and shit. And they just, for no reason, just on some petty, stupid shit for no reason. So that's
crazy. Bro.
I think he still has this phone to this day and shit. Like that shit still works. If I'm not mistaken, it might be still his primary phone. I know up until a couple years. Yeah, like this shit was a minute ago too. So shout out to that nigga and his old ass phone. Like that shit not cracked or nothing. Like that shit had a good ass case. Like besides that time, I don't think he really had any bullshit with that phone, which is insane. I've never known a person to have a phone that fucking long and shit. But
did he switch the swag up after that? Like he was still stylish, man. He was still using the stylus.
I feel like he was. Because these niggas, that's what I'm saying. They were the type of niggas like play their DS and like Pokemon battle each other on the bus type shit. Like fucking.
Yo, I know exactly the kind of things you're talking about.
Like you can't be like. I mean, which you should be able to do that shit.
You
right?
should be able
because
to.
Fuck that shit, right? But like
that is the fact. You should be able to.
Man.
Like that's the thing. Is like you shouldn't have to like hide who you are or change anything. You shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? But like. People out here ain't fair. So delete, and you don't have to change who you are, but there is kind of like when you go outside, bro, like there's kind of a way to
I mean, yeah, you have to act accordingly for any situation.
Yeah, so people don't bother you. If you don't care that people bother you, then by all means.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think you just have to, with anything you do, you just kind of have to be prepared for the consequences. Whether you deserve them or not and shit, there's probably going to be consequences whatever you do. If you wear some weird anime pants, niggas probably going to roast you and or rob you and shit. So that's kind of it, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think anybody's really salty over that shit. Like, especially once you grow up and shit and start realizing what the hood is. Like, you kind of start getting in and shit. Yeah, shout out to them niggas, man.
I grew up... like I was telling you about all the cracking jokes and shit in the playground. When I got older, I just kind of look back and I'm like, I get a while, like maybe like my older cousins or something was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. Like,
yeah, right. Like I understand why you were getting because and I kind of adopted that philosophy now because it makes a lot of stuff better. Where it's like getting roasted, like playfully, makes you better and shit. Just because like.
Oh,
like that shit. It's a good way to do constructive criticism, even though it wasn't that constructive back then when you was kids. Like niggas was like letting loose 100%. Like it was not pulling no punches. But even still, like that philosophy, like if you roast a nigga, like something trivial now, like if somebody's wearing something that you don't like you don't really have to roast them. Like it's fucking, you have the right to, but like that shit don't matter and shit. But like if somebody has like a toxic behavior, like if somebody does something you don't like, if it's like a friend or somebody you care about, you can kind of roast them playfully about the behavior, about the thing that they do. And like, they'll get it, but like, it's still all good because you were just playing and shit. But like, you were kind of serious.
They might go home and think about it.
Yeah, like either way, they're going to think about it a little bit. And that's all you can really do. You don't have to pressure people and shit. You can just, make them think about it a little bit. Maybe don't fucking pull out a whole Yu-Gi-Oh fucking dual disc and shit on the subway and shit. That's what I'm saying.
It was, man, this ain't even like a full-fledged, like, wow. This not even like a story in general. Just like even connected to what you said.
No, go ahead.
I had a homie in high school type shit. We I ain't even gonna say cousin name, but that's still my man or whatever. But when we were in high school, by the time we got to high school type, like I had kind of chilled off, just like, making all these like really obscure references, talking about cartoons all the damn time. Like I tried to act like a functional member of society by the time I had to high school. Part of that was peer pressure because I didn't want the same way niggas saw me at my old school.
No, I mean, but like I said, part of it is survival tactics because like I said, if you're not ready for the consequences, then like, don't do that shit.
Right. So, and by the time we got to high school type shit, like, we was riding the bus, like not no cheese bus, school bus, whatever. Like we was the bus, but like public.
Yeah, niggas did not have no cheese bus in the city. No. East Coast niggas, hell no. Nowhere on the East Coast is no cheese bus unless you're on a trip or something.
Yeah, word. So, we was on like the bus coming from downtown or whatever, and he like. First and foremost, he was one of those people that he was a loud talker. So like it wasn't like he was purposefully loud, but like it was almost like he couldn't help the fact that he was very.
I think it was having too much fun and shit.
Yeah, you feel me? So we was like freshmen in this story that I'm telling type shit. I just remember like it ain't even really fully a story. It's just some shit that, like the nigga kept doing back then. Like we would get on the bus and then like cause it got to the point where I feel like if I could imitate somebody, either they voice leaves a really big impact on me, or like or you like got on my nerves to the point where like I have no choice but to mimic you type shit. So the homie, like I used to like mimic the homie because the homie used to get on the bus and he used to like, yo Reek, you know this one time in Naruto when they did it, he was so loud, bro.
In Naruto?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, don't say that. You're asking for it, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
that type shit, bro. That type shit.
It was so wild. Like he used to be so loud with it, bro. And I used to be, I'm like, yo. I remember I used to flip.
Yeah, man. That's exactly the sentiment I'm talking about.
I would say that I had like a temper thing. Like,
oh, hold up. You just cut off for a minute. Yeah, what the fuck's going on with your shit?
I had it wasn't like a
hold on,
like prominent temper thing, but I still.
Hold on, start over. Your shit cut off for a minute, bro. Damn, niggas cut off my man internet, bro.
Damn, hold on. I got you. Hold on.
Damn, Xfinity cut off his shit, bro.
How about now, bro? I'm good?
Yeah, I think we're good now.
Cool. What's the last thing you heard?
I don't know, but yeah, this nigga just be on the bus talking about Naruto and shit.
Yeah, it was a bus talking about Naruto. I had like in high school, I kind of had like a temper problem. Like now I chill now and shit. Like I only do videos and stuff that I like and I care about. Like I yell in the videos, but it's all jokes. I don't really be mad and shit.
Yeah.
But like back then, like I remember like every once in a while I used to flip on cuz I used to be like, son, like we're on the bus. Like
yeah,
what do you do? We don't know.
Like not even that. Like,
like
it could be bitches on that motherfucker. Like you just like, bro.
He didn't care, bro. It didn't matter. I don't know what it was, but after a while, you know what it is too. It was crazy. It's like at a certain point too, he became the dude that like, I don't know. Like at a certain point, he became the dude that like every time you turned around, he was with like a different girl type shit. Like,
ooh, like, glow up.
He became that nigga, but he never. But I'll tell you one thing though is that like he never changed any of that. He still was the same nigga talking about really loud about Naruto. But I think what happened was cuz just got more confidence as time went on.
Yeah, just own that shit, bro. That's what happens, bro. Because like that's how it be, bro.
It ain't matter. And he after a while, bro. This is another thing I get from your videos. The clip from Antoine Fisher. It don't matter. Every time I say it don't matter, I think about that.
It don't matter.
But nah, he just kind of he owned it, bro. And he like
that's the key, man. That's really the key to being cool. Is just like people be saying they don't give a fuck, but like you really have to not give a fuck. But not give a fuck, like be dirty and like not give a fuck about yourself and shit. But it's just like just be just be you and just own that shit and just like fucking like if you like something stupid, just be like, yeah, it's just stupid. That's all right. You just gotta know what's going on around you and shit. But I think people be getting that shit too, because I kind of had to get that shit.
Yeah, shout out to all the anime niggas, bro.
Yeah, shout out to the anime niggas, bro. Y'all be going through. Well, now, no, anime niggas on top now. Like now that shit a thing. Now there's like fucking like Juice WRLD, all them type of niggas. Like you almost have to listen to their song while watching the fucking AMV anime fucking type shit.
Okay, let the bodies hit the floor.
all that shit. Yeah, all that shit.
Word, bro.
That's funny, man. when I tell you about talking loud and stupid shit, so the younger one, Shiloh, the dark skinned nigga, got his phone stolen, right? So he does shit like that where he gets like preyed on a little bit more on the random. But like he's actually, because this nigga, because shout out to him, because he kind of like fucking, like he kind of is like, he did the same thing I did where he gets by on like his comedy and shit. Like, and he's a lot like me. Like this nigga basically like took my whole style and shit, like to where like my delivery, which I'm not mad. Like I love this shit because like talking to this nigga's hilarious because we just be going back and forth and shit. But he be like, all right and shit. Like the older one kind of has more problems than the younger one, bro. Like I think the younger one like lost his virginity first and all that shit. Like these niggas are like, not that, like they be like 2 years apart or so. I'm gonna give him like 2 and shit at the most, maybe 2.5. But so the older one, this nigga, whenever he gets like fucked up, he gets so stupid, bro. Like fucking the first time they ever smoked weed. I'm not proud of this shit, by the way, because I introduced these niggas to weed and shit. Yeah, I gave them their first blunt and shit, and that was a fucking, like these niggas are super potheads now and shit, and they love that shit. So but I mean, I regard like that first time they fucking, that shit was a chore because
they went crazy, bro.
No, we were chilling for a minute. So the first time, like, you know, like I'd been smoking for a minute. I was probably like 18, 19. I was fresh out of high school and shit. I was like 18 probably. And they were like 15 and like 17 or something. Like, well, I mean, I don't know how the fuck old they were. I could do the math if I want, but I don't give a fuck. They were fucking, basically, they were teenagers. They were still in school and shit. Like, and I just came over one day and I was like, hey, y'all want to smoke some weed, y'all? So we smoked some weed and we listened to Good Kid, Mad City and shit, the Kendrick Lamar shit. And they weren't into fucking rap, by the way. They kind of had a few songs probably, but they were like rock and roll and like, bro, they were like listening to like anime openings type of nigga, like have that shit on their phone and their fucking iPod type shit, like bro. That, bro. Yeah, I'm saying I got a couple guilty pleasure shits. I got some fucking I got some Sonic Adventure music I'll be listening to sometimes.
Bro, I had Mad Phineas and Ferb records, bro.
I never got it. I never seen an episode of Phineas and Ferb, bro. That shit was past my time.
I'm gonna put you on one day, bro.
Plus, but I believe niggas now because it's too much hype behind that shit now. But like that shit already passed. Plus, I wasn't even a Disney Channel nigga like that. Like Disney Channel was like super hit or miss. They had some corny ass shit on Disney Channel. I was not fucking with them for real.
Nah, for sure.
All the time,
for
bro.
Sure.
But yeah, I missed out on Phineas and Ferb and shit. But either way, they were like them type niggas, and we was listening to Kendrick, and we was chilling and shit. It was a good ass time. And so the older one, this was around the time he first started getting pussy. Like he had like this weird little like anime chick he used to mess with. Like this bitch is like wear the cat ears type shit and like fucking just like that type bitch. And so like she was kind of a thought and like she was kind of getting passed around by their whole little group and shit or whatever. But regardless, I think he might have been the first one. I'm gonna give him that credit. Well, no, he was definitely not the first one, but he was in the early stages. So this nigga randomly like starts tripping about this bitch. And I think she was texting him or something, and they were just having their weird little like fucking anime fucking XDR beef and shit where they're like fucking where they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna cut myself. Like, well, she's saying stupid shit like that. He wasn't never like on no stupid shit like that. Like, he was always cognitive at least. Because guys don't have the luxury of being that weird, like cat ears and shit. Like, maybe white dudes could be bronies and shit, but like, the most a nigga in the hood could do is wear the chain pants. And that is really over the line anyways. That's the most over the line niggas will go and shit. And niggas can't be a juggalo in the hood and shit. But she was giving this nigga the blues and shit. Like they might have been texting back and forth or whatever. So we were in the house. Oh no, even before that, we fucking smoked. We listening to Kendrick. We decided to go on a munchie run and shit. We go to the store and shit. We come back. We got the munchies and shit. And I'm just like, how y'all niggas feel, bro? How y'all liking this shit? And they were loving that shit. And Shiloh, the younger one, he's like, yeah, it's cool, man. Like he just kept talking about the Kendrick album and shit, because this nigga never fucking, that shit blew them niggas' minds and shit. Like, like them niggas love that shit. That's my favorite album too. So I'm glad I put them niggas on and shit. So he was on like that type of shit. And the older one, for some reason, I don't know what the fuck this nigga was on and shit, but he was more like, wow, I feel invincible. Like, he's like, and then he says real loud, like, I'll fuck anybody up and shit. Like,
oh, man. Oh, man.
Like, we in the deep hood, too. Like, I'm always living in the deep hood. It's the most affordable neighborhoods. You'd be surprised.
For
everybody.
Sure.
I mean, I'm still a kid. I don't know what the fuck niggas paying and shit, but so he's saying shit like that. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You better chill the fuck out. And like, luckily nothing happened and shit, but he was like, I was pleading with this nigga. I'm like, bro, please. Like, we didn't even smoke that much, bro. Like, why are you acting like this? But that's happened to me a couple times where like I gave somebody their first blunt and they like went crazy, and I did not expect that shit from weed, but I guess I just underestimated the power of the first blunt. Because my first blunt, I smoked my first blunt in it wasn't even a blunt. We rolled weed in a fucking school bus ticket and shit. And I smoked that shit and I got off on the wrong stop, like a mile away from my house and shit. And I fucking, it got dark and shit. I didn't know where I was and shit. So yeah, that first blunt do be fucking niggas up. So I'll give him that shit. But then like fucking, we get in the house and shit, and he's going back and forth with this little anime chick, and then like all of a sudden he's like she's at the train station. I'm gonna go and run to her and shit, and he runs out the house and shit, and I'm like, is this nigga playing? Like, we sat there for a minute, like, is this nigga playing, bro? Is he about to fucking? So we go after this nigga, and we have to look for this nigga, and it's a whole thing. And then like she wasn't there, and he never saw her, and like he just went and did some random other shit, like, oh well, took a walk and like threw some rocks, like some random stupid shit that nobody was prepared for, bro. Like, you gotta fucking, holy shit, man. Yeah, that's man. Yeah, so that's a lot of my hood stories are tangled up with protecting these fucking anime niggas, man. Shout out to y'all anime niggas, bro.
It's so funny that the episode that I'm on, we still talking about cartoons. It's just hilarious.
That's funny, right? Yeah, that's funny how that works. And shit.
I will say, like, what you talking about with like giving people like their first blunt and they just kind of like go way beyond expected. I never gave nobody their first blunt. I did give the homie. I gave her her first gummy before.
Are you a smoker? Do you be blowing down?
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, okay, good shit, bro. This was in college that you gave her first gummy?
Yeah, but I was back. I was home. I was back from winter break type shit.
Okay.
And I went to the crib and I gave it to her, and like,
who is she? Is she like smashing her?
Nah. Nah, it's been like, it's really close friends. My best friend since I was like 10 type shit.
Is a female? You got a female best friend?
Yeah, bro.
That's pretty. How do you do that? Is she ugly?
No. Nah, bro. It's just like brother sister type.
You know, that's cool. Yeah. I never seen that shit before in real life. I thought that was movies and shit.
You thought that was like Kim Possible and shit?
Did you ever try to go at each other?
Nah.
She lesbian?
Nah.
She like niggas?
Yeah.
What she look like? No. I'm sorry. Tell me later. So, you got the gummy from your man. Did she want to do it, or was your idea?
Nah, she was with it. I said I usually got him, and she was like, okay, let me try. I was like, okay. So we get down there, and then I give it to her. We in the crib, I give it to her, or whatever. And like, first things first, we took it. It usually take like half an hour type shit before like you start to feel it or whatever. So we went to the Chinese store while waiting for it to hit or whatever. So we went to the Chinese food, got some Chinese food, went back to the crib, And then like it started to hit in the middle of eating the Chinese food. So the Chinese food was super good, bro. Like it was like that was A1 shrimp and broccoli, bro. Like I don't think I ever had
I bet that shit was. You was high as shit, boy.
Yeah, bro. So I'm focused on eating. I look over and like at a certain point, bro.
Pull the titties out.
Started wilding, bro. Like it was like she just like
was laughing.
It was she was one of them laugh attack guys. So she kept she hit the laugh attack at first, and then like while hitting the laugh attack, like her mouth was frozen in like the laugh position. So she's like, I can't move.
Oh my
God. And like I'm like, chill, like yo, chill. Then like she was trying to fix her face, but like in order to do that, she like her eyes ain't rolled all the way into the back of her head, bro. But like they went back low key. Like she was trying to figure herself out.
With all her might and shit.
Yeah, like she was trying to figure herself out. Like
that's tough, bro. I feel her, bro. That should be like that, bro.
And then she after a while she settled herself, but like then they put on like you know that show You on Netflix. They put that on, and then like it was like, yo, we always wanted to see this, and then like niggas fell asleep like 5 minutes into that shit. I watched that whole shit, bro. Niggas was asleep, but I watched that whole shit, bro. Like,
how many gummies? You ate a gummy too?
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was out there. It was me, it was her, and it was my girl at the time.
Oh, okay.
And we and then now they be doing it on their own now, bro. Like I don't even be over there no more type shit. Like
you're the pioneer, bro. They better thank you every time they fucking.
Yeah, bro. I put the hood on type shit.
They be smoking like, now, or they just do the edibles?
They do both. They do both. They whatever they feel like type shit. It don't really. I don't think niggas know how to roll though. So shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, girls don't be knowing how to roll, bro. Yep, man, fucking learn how to roll. What the fuck? Well, actually, no, because that be making me fucking. Cause that be getting me a lot of places, bro. I be the weed nigga and shit. Like whenever I get invited to a party and shit, I bring hella weed and I fucking always be rolling up and shit. So I'm glad the bitches don't know how to roll and shit, because that's how they be flocking to me and shit.
Flocking is funny, man. Yo, on the last episode and shit, y'all got into like a discussion about the word fly.
Yes, nigga. I heard somebody say the word fly right after that shit too. Somebody on.
I think I commented. I think you could. Me personally, I feel like you could get. I feel like you could get fly off. Me personally,
yeah, you can't say it too much and shit. Like you can probably say it like whenever you got nothing to say out, or it's probably still kind of usable, but yeah, I don't know if it's timeless or not. That's still up for debate. So
I feel like you can't say fresh.
Yeah, like fly is up there though. Fly is up there. If anybody's gonna get picked for the next timeless slang term, it's probably fly. If it's not already there, I'm still not 100%.
I seen when I commented on it, somebody replied about talking about flea. I think flea is trash.
Flea?
I hate flea, bro.
What do you mean flea? Like the fucking...
You never heard flea,
Mucha
bro?
Lucha?
No, bro. They flea. That's like, damn, is that really like, damn, that's crazy. Is that like
Fleeka?
Nah, flea, bro.
F-L-E-A?
Nah, F-L-E-E.
Is it like fleek?
Nah.
What does flea mean? Yeah, that might be a regional thing, bro. I never heard that shit.
Flea mean fly.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I never heard that shit used like that, bro.
Yeah. Niggas get...
Yeah, that might be a Jersey
niggas
thing.
was getting flea off. They was getting flea off over here, but niggas can't get flea off no more. I'm not really...
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many different cities have their own shit. Like, you ever heard somebody saying like Jonin instead of like fucking like roasting and shit? Like everybody has their own word for that and shit, like roasting or Jonin, or like we said packing and shit when I was fucking back home.
I heard that
like,
y'all used to
like packing them up and shit. Like
I heard
before
about
that, it was like sliding. We would like sliding.
Sliding sounds funny.
And then before that, it was housing and shit. And you like do a little fucking symbol for that shit. Like
that's wild. that sound like some fraternity shit.
Well, I was in like middle school. That was back in the back and shit. But yeah, like everybody has their own little fucking. What are your terms for fucking roasting and shit and joning? I think that's like a southern thing, joning.
Yeah, we had hiking. Yeah, hiking.
Hiking? That's for making fun of niggas?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Nigga type shit. Like, I don't even know.
Is it just like a...
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a proverb, bro. It was like, I'm about to hike on this nigga.
Yeah, I can imagine where it came from. It probably meant, I can kind of vaguely see the origin. Hiking is pretty good. I wish we had hiking. That's a good one.
My favorite one, so one, I don't even know if niggas still use it no more. But I still use it because I think this shit is hilarious. Niggas started saying stacking.
Stacking?
That shit is super funny, bro.
Is that a new one? Like, bro, or is that just like a...
Nah, like that was I might have been in high school. Yeah, I was in high school.
I like stacking, bro.
I love it, bro. It's like, I'm about to throw you a stack.
Jokes like, joke. Yeah, I'm about to throw you a stack of jokes. Yeah, that shit fucking makes hella sense, bro.
Yeah, nah, nigga. I love that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yo, you got like the best sound bites, bro. Like you could play anything and I could like see it in my brain. Like it's like it like brings back mad memories like on your video.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be a problem though, because I can't use the same ones for long though. So I gotta fucking every now and again I gotta re-up and shit. But there's some classic ones that I can't get rid of. I can't get rid of the fucking I can't get rid of that one and shit. That shit too funny. Can't get rid of Pickleton ass boy. I might have to retire him for a little bit because I'll be using him too much and shit.
Nah, bro. Every time, like, you could use Pickle Chin 5 times in this video and I would laugh off. Like, I love that. I love that. Do you get like? Is there like a certain comment that you get tired of? Do people try to repeat your jokes back to you, bro? Like in your comment state?
Nah, bro. Low key, I kind of love that shit, bro. Like, I gotta love when niggas be quoting my shit just because, like I was not a YouTuber until like a year and a half ago, possibly. Like, not maybe less than that and shit. Because fucking, so like I would be on YouTube all the time and shit, and I would be that nigga who would like, if somebody said something funny in the video, I would like go in the comment and like put the quotation marks up and do all that shit. So that shit kind of trips me out and shit when motherfuckers do that shit to me. Like I really went into this whole YouTube shit with no intentions, bro. I just fucking, the reason I did it is because, like I said, YouTube is my main source of entertainment. So like, I'd be like watching movie reviews and all that shit because I'm like a movie buff and shit. Like, like motherfucker, like I seem like I'm way more casual than I am because like, I'll be like pretending to not know niggas' names and shit or whatever. Like, but I be knowing, like, I'm super about movies and shit. Like, I be knowing everybody's names and shit. So
I caught on to it after a while. Like, when I really started paying attention, I'm like, this nigga really knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, like I really be into the movies. It's kind of an act that I be fucking but regardless of that shit though, but I fucking like I would, like there's a huge movie community on YouTube and shit. So, I would type in like whatever movie I like and like watch a review and like everybody's, jumping on whatever movies and shit. But whenever I would type in like a hood movie or like a black centric anything type movie, there would be fucking nothing, bro. Like no reviews, maybe like one review that got like 2K views or some shit. Like that shit was literally wide open. So that's when I was like, bro. And not only that, like all the YouTubers I watched and shit, like even like I'd be like watching Nostalgia Critic and shit, like Nostalgia Critic and shit.
Yeah.
I used to watch Nostalgia Critic and all them type niggas back in the day, and I just like even then like I'd be entertained, but I'd be like, bro, this shit kind of corny, bro. I could do way better than this and shit. And I kind of eventually I just kind of jumped on that shit, and especially now, like especially I think it was just one day I forget what I think it might have been. I don't think it was Baby Boy. I feel like Baby Boy might have reviews, but it might have been Baby Boy-esque. Like that type of movie, I looked up a review and there was nothing. And I was like, bro, fuck this shit. And then I made my first review. I started to make a review and then it went fucking south. But then my first review ever was I made a Diary of a Mad Black Woman review because I fucking hate Tyler Perry. But that was on some other shit. That wasn't about that. Was and I'm glad that didn't work out because that shit got copyrighted. The first that shit never got uploaded because Tyler Perry did not play about that shit. Like the first time I tried to upload that shit got copyrighted, and so I just ended up doing something.
Tyler Perry is there.
Yeah, no, I think it don't play. But, I mean, I get it, but whatever. But I did that shit. And then that shit got copyrighted. I forget what I did after. I'm trying to remember. It might have been Soul Food. Either way, there's like 5 lost episodes that I can't ever get back and shit. I don't know who remembers these. If you really fuck with me, you'll remember these episodes. But I did Soul Food. This was like back, like I did like 4 or 5, and then after that, after those 4 or 5, that was like a whole season. Then I did Boys in the Hood. That was like the last one from that season. And then after that, I did like the next season and shit. So Boys in the Hood is the only one I have from that relic where it's like fucking...
Right.
Because I don't know if you remember, but the Boys in the Hood intro is different and shit. Like, it's got Tyrese and the fucking MGM logo and shit, and he's like fucking screaming and
it does.
Like, the fucking line, yes. So that was the whole fucking... Yeah, I think I did like Good Times. I did In the House with LL Cool J. I did
really?
Yeah. I did
God, that sounds hilarious.
Yes, yeah. They all on my old computer, and they was on my hard drive. I had an external hard drive, and that shit stopped working. And my old computer is long gone, so all them shits are gone. So if you really one of my fans, if you got these shits, if you somehow downloaded them shits, because that was back when I was getting no views, bro. So I doubt anybody got them shits, but it was Soul Food. It was In the House. It was fucking Good Times. What else? I can remember.
Really?
Yeah. There's a whole lost season of my shit, but that shit might pop up.
You think you're gonna go do more TV?
Yeah, I the whole intention was to do, like half TV and half fucking movies. Because, like I said, In the House and Good Times and shit, those are both TV shows. I had to do all the whole seasons and shit. So, well, actually, that's not true because the Good Times one, I kind of skimmed along. But then the In the House one, like most of the seasons are actually on fucking YouTube. So I ended up watching that whole series and shit for some reason.
Niggas don't care about In the House, bro.
In the House, yeah, nobody. But that was the title of the fucking. It was Forgotten Sitcoms. I guess the title of the video series. Which because I'm sure Dub remembers that shit too because he commented on the Good Times video. He was like, "No, niggas ain't forgetting Good Times." Because I remember because he was like fucking with me like way back before I had any fucking views, bro. Like I had like 300 views, and this nigga was on my shit because I think I was a subscriber to him, and I showed him love, so he ended up on my shit and showing me love and shit. Yeah, this is all coming back to me now, bro. Yeah, because he was there, bro. He was there since day one. I'm like you a bandwagon nigga, bro.
I think I can't remember if he put me on or not, bro. I don't know if he put me on. The only reason I don't know if he put me on is because I feel like I might have sent him one of your videos, and then I think his reaction was like, "Oh, bro, you know about Prim too?" Like I think that was his reaction. So that's the only reason I'm not sure if he put me on. But like, we used to just. I think like one time, like me, him, and man, like we got on like a call and he was like, "Son, why they playing with this nigga? Like, why his views like this type shit?" Like,
right. That shit wasn't shit.
I woke up one day and I just kind of went and one of your videos popped up. I recommended again, so I was just watching it again and I scrolled down. Nigga had like 11K. I was like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah, right. That shit happened overnight. It was the quarantine too. It was definitely that quarantine shit. That shit helped me out tremendously, bro.
I'm glad that happened, bro, because your videos are way too funny for that not to happen, bro.
Yeah,
like,
thanks, man.
I'll be crying first time I watched Loving Basketball shit, like a tear came out of my eye. Like it's just so funny.
I be dying over here too, bro, because I gotta because in order to like when I be inserting the memes and shit, like I gotta get the timing right. So like I'll be I'll be trying to place the meme at the moment, and I'll be having to like watch it over and over, and I'll be fucking.
Yo,
I be dying at this shit, like the women shit, like the women shit, like this shit.
Women.
I don't know why that's just so funny to me, bro. That nigga hilarious to me.
Do you write these, or do you just kind of watch the movie, pause, and talk?
It's a combination of both, kinda. It's mostly written. It's mostly written shit, but it's fucking like what I'll do is I go through the movie and like I don't know if you there's different parts. My videos are structured differently. So there's like me explaining the story, like then this and this and this happens, and then he did da. And then there's parts where like there's like observations about the movie, like hold up, what the fuck is this nigga doing and shit like that. Like those parts are recorded. Like I'll go through and I'll like record and just like watch the movie. It's almost like a commentary type thing where I'll just watch the movie and then like pick out little sound bites or little jokes I make along the way and shit. And then I'll like fucking go back and then I'll basically paraphrase the movie, you feel me? And then I'll fucking just be like, you know, Omar Epps is fucking doing something, and it just kind of just comes together and shit.
I got you.
And during that point, that's when I like figure out the points to insert the memes and all that shit. And then like even when I do all that, like the video is not really together. Like it always comes together at the end when I'm editing it and putting it all together. Like there's really no structure to it at that point when I have the first commentary and then the scripted commentary. It really just kind of comes in all in post and shit where I'm just like, oh, that would be funny if I put this meme and then this part of the story and then my observation there. It's just like, that should just really just be super on the random, bro. It's kind of chaos, honestly.
That's great. Like, it's great. I hope the niggas listening like find this shit as interesting as I do. Cause like, it's great. Like the way your videos are put together, like everything you saying that you do, like, I can kind of feel that that's just how they're put together. Like, they feel real like conversational, low key improvised type shit. So like I get that a lot from it. Some of this shit I'm just kind of like some of the shit you say like you were saying about how like you kind of like oh, what's this nigga in the background doing type shit. Like I'll watch the video and I'm like, there's no way this nigga wrote this down. Like there's no physical way to write this down. Like
yeah, because sometimes I'll do that. Like sometimes it'll be an observation, and then like I'll say it, but then like along the movie I'll realize like like the second time or third time watching, I'll realize oh shit I fucked up, but I'll keep the observation in and shit, and then like correct myself with the scripted part and shit. Like it's always just it's just a combination. It's like 50-50 pretty much. Of like scripted and fucking non-scripted shit.
That's in the Belly one a lot where you like these niggas not even real actors, bro. And then you'll be like,
yeah, I was really getting mad. Yeah, I was really legit getting mad at that shit, bro. Oh man, I try my best, bro.
Nah, you do good shit, bro.
So what out of your videos though? So my least favorite. Honestly, the ones that you like are kind of my least favorite. This fucking wild, bro. Like the Belly one is my least, like that's probably top least favorite. Just because when I was making it, I was just, it's the way that it's shot too. The cinematography is so wacky and wonky. Like my zooms were not hitting the same way and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a different experience. Oh my God, this damn kid. It was,
you know what? Now that I'm scrolling again, bro, I forgot my real life favorite one, bro, is All Eyes on Me.
I love that one, bro. That shit's so funny, bro. People be sleeping on that one, bro. That shit.
I love that one.
See, and that's why it confused me about the Belly one and shit, because All Eyes on Me is like a terrible movie also, but I got hella material out of that shit. I don't know. Like it just like that's what I'm saying. Every single video is just its own demon and its own adventure and shit. Like none of them, like there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like I like to say I don't like doing comedies and shit, but like it's really just depends on the video and shit. Because there's a couple of videos that I started that I gave up and shit on just because it wasn't coming together and shit. And Belly was almost one of those, so I felt like it wasn't, that. But you never know, man. You never fucking know and shit.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like mad lost files that we'll never see type shit. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's not that many though. It's all good. I only did it a couple of times.
oh,
Yeah, what is some of your what's your least favorite video of yours? Because mine, Belly, the Martin ones are kind of because the Martin ones are almost more like traditional YouTube videos and shit. Because those are my first top 10s and shit. So I guess that's probably why, just because they're kind of a far cry from my normal format and shit. Because that was all written basically and shit. So that one was different and shit. Least favorite, Belly, Martin. Where's my fucking list? So I'm gonna pull up my fucking videos real quick because I know I got some more that I hate. But I hate that Belly one. I don't know why. I gotta really watch that shit because I trust you. You seem like you got a good judge. But I don't know. I guess it's probably different for everybody.
I think too, because the Belly one that's the longest one, right? It's like 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel like maybe I just droned on too long or something.
I love the fact that it's the longest one.
No, that's not my least favorite one is the soul plane video and shit. Because that was one I really could not get over how bad the movie was, and I just couldn't even get into it enough to make the fucking video, bro. Honestly,
I feel like we might have talked about this before.
Yeah, I think I said that shit on your podcast. Yeah.
I feel like we actually might have talked about that shit before. I remember you were like, it was so bad that you didn't know.
Yeah, like I was lost for words and shit. Yeah, I feel like I said that shit. The Leprechaun one, like I kind of, like that one's all right. I like that one, but nobody else liked that one. That's probably my least watched one. Oh no, my Tales from the Hood one was my least watched one, which was crazy because at one point that was my most popping video and shit. Like,
yeah,
I think Tales from the Hood probably reached 10K while all my other shit was at like 1 or 2K. And then I kept going and shit. And then the Menace to Society video is what set me off and shit. Because that was right around, well, that wasn't even around the quarantine. Maybe like, because that shit didn't start popping off till around the quarantine. But even still,
right.
Like that's like when I first dropped it, it probably got maybe maybe between 5 and 10K and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, that's a lot for me. But then once that quarantine hit, that shit fucking. So that should probably be messing with me too, the numbers and shit a little bit. I feel like whatever people like the most, I probably will lean towards. Oh, fucking South Central, bro. That's my favorite one, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
The South Central one's definitely my favorite one. Fuck all the other shit.
South Central one's getting on. That's the one we kept getting on because like you had like that weird shape up. We had the thing coming out. He had like
the patches
like,
shit. Yeah, the little patches shit.
I know. That shit was crazy.
Nigga say I got ID in your face and shit. Like nigga, terrible comeback, bro. So what? I talked about mine.
That's the cigarettes one, right?
Yeah. This is the weird fog, bro. Wait, the cigarettes one. What do you mean cigarettes?
It's 15 boxes.
Oh, the box of cigarettes. No, I was talking about. So there was a part where I was like, they was in the vampire nigga little club or whatever, and I was like, there's like a weird '90s fog in the air, and I got a bunch of comments that were like, bro, that was just cigarette smoke. Like people could fucking smoke in the clubs and shit back then. I'm like, oh, I forgot. Yeah. Because I said there was like a weird fog in the air and shit, like all the music videos. And I noticed the 90s had like always like had like a weird fog with like a lot of movies and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, it's fucking cigarette smoke because niggas could smoke inside. Like that shit was way before my time. Not way before, but like I was a little kid by the time they stopped the smoking section shit. I was probably like a fucking in middle school or some shit. Maybe elementary school.
I guess bro.
Yeah. What the fuck was I saying before that shit?
Molly's favorite, mine.
Yeah. So you know mine. Soul Plane, the Martin ones, and Belly and shit. What's your absolute least favorite one and shit of yours?
I think because like my channel kind of got like this weird thing where it's like 2 different eras type shit. So like anything after How to Black is like that's pretty much like. I think that's like the definitive version of the channel type shit. Like those are all the videos you should watch. I low-key think I'm about to take the rest of them down.
Yeah.
So I'm not even it wouldn't even be fair to this argument if I even mentioned any of the ones before How to Black.
Yeah, because that's what happened with my Lost videos and shit. I just felt like they weren't funny enough, and I deleted them off of YouTube. Then I ended up losing them and shit altogether. So if you do delete them shits off YouTube, at least back them up and make sure you got them shits, please. And shit.
Yeah, so I could have them or something.
Yeah. Just for, novelty's sake and shit.
But the era where that shit came out, like it was weird. Like, all right, so first and foremost, when I you know, because you've been in the serving shit. We got like the plug for footage or whatever that get us like.
Oh yeah, fucking Static is this his name?
Nostalgia, yeah.
Nostalgia, yeah. Shout out to Nostalgia. He got the fucking the ugly duck and shit on his fucking shit.
Yeah, word up. So I when I hit him for like the Alvin show footage, like it was the first time. Like the footage he sent me, like it looked like it was recorded off of VHS tapes and shit. And if he couldn't find it looking great, that means it just didn't exist looking great. So I was already feeling kind of weird about that.
I mean, but you should have known that. Like you should have fucking. You talking about the old ass Alvin and shit? Yeah.
I was hoping they would have found something that looked cool, but like, nah, them shits look crazy. So that was the first thing that kind of made me feel a little weird about it. But when I even like when I put the video together, it was like it was one of those ad videos I do for Skillshare, and like I was on the time crunch, so I had to watch all of that Alvin show shit, and like I didn't really have enough time to fully grasp the concept of okay, I gotta put something like together that's like really funny, and I gotta have something to say type shit. It was almost like I was scrambling to put it together. And when I put it together, I kind of like looked at it and I was like, damn, I don't like, there's a couple funny jokes in here, but like, I don't really like it that much. The little montage at the end, that's my least favorite. I do all the montage at the end of my videos, such shit. That's my least favorite montage at the end of my video. Like, I was like, yo, I hate the song I'm using. I hate that none of the clips look the same.
When did you
do quality as
this was right after you released it that you hated it?
It was like, It was right after I released it is when I like really hated it. But like when I first put it out, like when I first putting it together, I was kind of like, am I proud of this?
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of how it was. Like, you unsure and shit.
Yeah. I think when I exported when I exported the montage separately, I think I literally titled the file, I'm not sure if I'm proud of this. Like I think I titled the file that.
I be doing dumb shit like that too, bro.
So
yeah, you just
and it just caused mad problems, bro. Like I put the video out, then it did really well, which was a plus. But then like some people was like I got like maybe 2 or 3 like bad comments the night it came out, and it pissed me off because I already man, I already don't like this, and now I gotta deal with these paragraph long comments. So I like
nah, fuck that shit, bro. Get that shit out. Get that sponsor money, bro.
So I hopped off it. I hopped off that for a little bit. Then I kind of left it alone. I had hopped off social media for a little bit. One of the homies hit me up.
Damn! Just because you was that mad at the video, you just went dark.
That was the first time I had ever put a video out that I didn't like type shit. Like I was like, son.
Bro, when I put that belly video out, like I usually be like there with the motherfuckers watching it, like just watching the comments like a hawk. Like I literally did not check my phone the rest of the day and shit when I dropped that belly video. So I be feeling you, bro. It's like it's the same like that creatives, bro. Like we create that wavelength, bro. Like that shit. You was definitely right. We are definitely our fucking worst critics on that shit, bro. Because that shit be so real, bro.
Doing stuff,
feel that shit,
especially when you do stuff that you proud of, like
yeah,
I'm
like
pretty sure you got videos that you really proud of.
Yeah, bro. Like, but then once you fucking once it's not like that, you feel it. Yeah,
right. So after I hopped off social media for a little bit, the homie texted me. Apparently, Cartoon Brew had wrote an article about the video. And was like, yeah, this guy, he talks about the Chipmunks redesigns, and it was like a really analytical article about it. And it like blew my mind. I was like, oh, this is fire, like this is dope. So I felt a little better about it after that. And then I hopped on I hopped on a bus. I hopped on the Greyhound. I had to go back to school and shit. And the video was sitting at like, video was literally sitting at 99K, bro. Then I got an email. Apparently, I was on a bus. Got an email saying that it had a copyright claim for a song that I used. It was a Chipmunk song. It was like when they did the Old MacDonald Had a Farm shit. But I was like, it was weird because the video was already up for like 2 weeks, and then they just hit me randomly type. So I'm like, that was weird. But I was kind of like, all right, whatever. I'll just take the L. Not get no bread off it. Whatever. Get back to school. Chill with the homies. Like, for like maybe like this got to be like a month or two later. I'm writing the Proud Family video. I'm in the middle. I'm like, I script is open. I'm typing it. The homie sitting across the room, he typing his script for his student film, I think. I'm typing like the Proud Family video. And then like I get an email saying like, oh yeah, nah, we took the video down. And I'm like, word? It was mad random. Like it was like it wasn't even just that they took the video down. I got a strike, bro. Like I got a copyright strike. And I was like, yo, what? Like, it was mad confusing. So like,
damn, yeah, that's just scary, bro. I hate getting emails from YouTube and shit.
They didn't take the strike off till the beginning of June.
Did you have to do a bunch of shit for that shit?
Nah, they make you fill out a questionnaire to make sure you understand copyright law, and then they'll say,
it's up to the other guy or whatever.
Yeah, they was like, all right, we're gonna take it off in June. They took the copyright strike off my channel in June and shit, but the video was still taken down. So I still had the file. I messed with the file a little bit, then I put it back up because niggas kept asking for it type shit. And now I'm a little less critical of the video now that it's far removed from all of the stuff that was happening around it. But I think that's really what it was just like so much stuff was happening around that video, bro. Like,
that's
problems.
Yeah, that shit doesn't help it either and shit.
I don't know why I completely forgot about the viewer stories, bro.
yeah, I'll be doing the viewer stories, bro. I mean, this is only the second episode, but that's a thing. People be sending me shits. Which you guys don't be sending me enough shits, but I don't think I put the word out enough. primmpodcast@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram, Moses_Prim. Send me all your hood stories. I would like to see them. Even if I don't do them on the show, I'll probably still read them and shit. I got a few of them in this inbox. I think I saw a good one. Something about a dog. It's something about more than getting beat up, which seems to be the fucking running theme and shit. It just seems like that's the fucking most common hood story is like there was some niggas sitting there and then you walk past them and then the rest is history. Which
I guess a lot of niggas on your podcast that get beat up, bro.
I mean, yeah, niggas be getting beat up, bro. Like I said, we regular niggas, bro. We be regular in the hood, bro. Not everybody gangsters and shit. White people. You don't understand the hood. No, it's okay.
We all different, bro.
Yeah, we all different, bro. Okay, this is kind of short. This is not the one I was looking for. The one I was looking for had something about some dogs in it that looked kind of interesting. But I like this one because it's very Baltimore-centric. I'm a Baltimore nigga and shit. From there, I love it there. Just joking, I don't love it there. This nigga is from Lore Spaz. His name is Lore Spaz on Instagram. And he says, I have a hood story for your podcast, man. If you ever read this, I'm from Baltimore. Shit really be phony sometimes. Anyway, I was at Mervo. It's a high school in Baltimore. Shout out to Mervo niggas, y'all. I think I fucked a Mervo bitch before. I don't think so, no. Either way, yeah. Mervo niggas. Shout out to Mervo. East Baltimore niggas or whatever the fuck. It was my junior year. It's also a shitty good... What? It's also a shitty good school. Oh, a shitty good school. Okay, sure. Yeah, I could say that. Mervo's a shitty school, but it's like considered a good school. Anyway, I decided to skip school to go to 7-Eleven to get slushies and shit. And I left, and some light-skinned nigga, it's shameful, I know. Oh, are you about to get robbed by a light-skinned nigga and or beat up?
And or.
Oh my god, bro! No, that's not because I've heard terrifying stories. There's one infamous light skinned nigga that be roaming around Baltimore that be robbing niggas. I wonder if it's the same nigga because some of my niggas got robbed by like, which they described. This is their words, by a beautiful light skinned nigga. Like he had like green eyes and shit. Like he was like,
who is the beautiful nigga robbing?
I don't know. Yeah, that nigga probably really crazy, bro. Because you could
might need to lock that nigga away.
Handsome and shit, but you still angry and robbing niggas? Like, nah, that shit.
Nigga, a menace to society.
Yeah, hell yeah. 3.
Menace to society.
Anyway, I decided to skip and go to 7-Eleven to get some slushies and shit. And I left. And some light-skinned nigga, I know, in parentheses, he put, it's shameful, I know. He told me, run my pockets. Oh. I laughed in his face. And he shot my leg and stole my phone and $2. What the fuck? This nigga shot you, cuz?
What?
This nigga...
That's not
real ass hood story, bro.
Yeah, that's not what I thought this was gonna go.
Over a phone? Shot you in the leg? That nigga was on a mission. He wasn't playing. He probably was determined on shooting that nigga and shit. So he just was like, fuck it.
That's crazy.
Well, he said, he told me run my pockets. I laughed in his face. So maybe the laugh, maybe he really just like, maybe the nigga really felt disrespected or some shit.
And he probably really wasn't going to blame him, but since you laughed.
Yeah, I don't know. He shot my leg, at my leg. Oh, he shot at my leg.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. So he didn't get shot. Even still, the fact that the nigga fired the gun over the phone is a little bit excessive.
That's been the phone and $2.
Yeah, I stole my phone and $2. What a bitch ass nigga am I, right? I'm bleeding out and I'm bleeding. So he shot.
Oh, so he did get shot.
So he did get shot.
He shot you. He shot you in your leg. You skipped school to go to 7-Eleven. Shot you in the leg, and he took your phone and $2.
Nigga got shot for what?
That's crazy, Brittany.
What a bitch ass nigga am I, right? I'm bleeding out, and the old nigga asked me if I was fine, and took me home. Shout out to that old nigga. Anyway, that's my hood story. I just wanted to keep it short. Love your videos, man. Keep it up. Nigga, what the fuck? Don't we just tell him that story casually? He got shot, bro. This nigga say, anyway, I wanted to keep it short. Nigga shot me in the leg. Anyway, that's it, though. Like, what the fuck?
I don't like that he said he was a bitch ass nigga because he.
Yeah, what do you mean a bitch ass nigga? What are you so?
What were you gonna do, bro? There's nothing you can do, bro.
Hell no.
He shot you, bro. You're the victim, bro. He shouldn't have took your phone. He shouldn't have shot you. He shouldn't have took your $2.
I think it's because the nigga was light skinned, so there's some sort of it's like a colorism thing. But light skinned niggas can go hard too. Yeah, you never know, bro. Light skinned niggas can go hard too, bro. Don't be so quick with that shit.
At all, bro. And he got a gun, bro.
Damn, bro. That shit made me sad a little bit, bro. The hood's sad, bro.
You said the old nigga took him back to the crib.
Yeah, niggas took him home after niggas should took him.
There has to be more, bro. There's no way. I know you're trying to keep it short, but I want a little bit more, son. There has to be there gotta be something, bro.
The most there is he probably just went to the hospital afterwards and then just didn't snitch and then it's just kept it moving. What the fuck really else do you do? Do you go looking for the light-skinned nigga that shot you? Like, especially if you don't got peoples like that who are gonna back you up and shit. Like, yeah, there's really nothing you can do and shit.
But what about his family though? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like even then, like, not everybody family be gangster and shit. Like, what if all you got is your grandma?
No, what I'm saying, like, what if? So
what did they do when he got home with a fucking bullet wound? Yeah. I would like to know some more of the aftermath too, bro. Hold up. I'm gonna see if I can.
This is crazy.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying too, bro. Like, bro, you be getting like the actual creators of the fucking show on there. Like, I wanted to ask you that shit way earlier. Like, how the fuck do you just be hitting them up and they just be like, yeah, you got enough clout, I'm gonna do it and shit, or you got to pay them or some shit?
The Proud Family shit. Nah,
the Proud Family nigga.
shit.
Like you have to having all them shit.
That shit was like I kind of like, it's crazy how this shit happened. It was like the Proud Family was on my brain for a minute, and I was like, I want to do a video about it, but I want to do like some like big shit where I talk about everything. And like my thing was, I felt like the Proud Family didn't have a lot of documented history. Nobody knew how it was made. So I'm like, I gotta find a way to get nigga that made it. I tried, the nigga DMs was closed. I tried to hit up niggas that knew him. Nobody was texting me back. So I'm like, damn, this like literally my last hope was putting up a tweet and tagging him. I made the thumbnail, put up a tweet, tagged the nigga. He hit me back the next day, quote tweeted it and said, let's do it. I was like, oh shit. DM'd him. We set the date up. Like it was dope. It was really dope. You find out that like a lot of these people that make these cartoons, they don't get to talk about it a lot because a lot of people don't.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about who made that shit for some reason, bro. Like that's like I'll be so curious about that shit.
So like
Bonaducci and all them motherfuckers, like they be fucking super interested in this shit. Like, and I'll be fucking like I'll be honest, yeah, but people don't be caring this shit.
Yeah, it's like everybody's just really excited to talk about it type shit. There's one that I got coming up. We already interviewed the nigga. I'm doing it with the homie, and we gonna keep it under wraps. But just it's a cartoon we mentioned earlier. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got some heat on the way. It's about to be. That's gonna be the end of August for sure because we got to like timestamp and shit.
Well, yeah, man. Good shit, man. Yeah, like I said, if y'all need some shit to watch, bro, that shit is very, very entertaining. Y'all will lose some hours just watching this nigga videos. Toonrific Tariq, bro. You be going in all the fucking videos. You way more informative than me and shit, too. Do you be researching this shit? Like, that shit be taking a while?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, bro.
Yeah, that should be
niggas would be like, I get like, he's like, yo, how you say this wrong, bro? It's like, damn, my nigga, chill.
There's no way, bro. If a nigga finds some shit, like they just be nitpicking at that point and shit. Cause you be super thorough with all that shit. Like you should be informative. Like I don't even have to watch your shit. Like I never really watch your videos. I got YouTube Premium and shit. So I'll be like, I'll just turn the screen off and just listen to that shit at work or some shit while I'm fucking stacking boxes and shit.
Yo, I get that a lot. Like a lot of people tell me that. That's really crazy.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why your podcast is cool too and shit. You gotta get a better mic though, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you're wrong with your mic and shit.
What, on the podcast?
Sometimes it should be sounding all right. Sometimes it should be sounding crazy.
Because we do it on Skype, so Steve will call me and my phone will ring, so I'll answer on my phone.
Oh, so like phone audio.
And then like for some reason my Wi-Fi is trash, so like my shit be sounding like I'll be sounding a little crazy. Whatever.
I mean, you can still hear it. Yeah, it's still entertaining. I'll still be listening.
Yeah.
It's all good though.
Lately, when Steve called now, I'll be trying to hop on my computer and shit, do it like how I'm doing this one. I'm using the mic that I use for my videos and shit right now. Like I'll be trying to do that with Steve and shit now too. So. Cause I picked up on it, bro. That shit do be sounding crazy.
It's all good though. Yeah, it's still be funny though. So as far as your animation career, what's your next step?
I was saying I just gotta put like a portfolio together. And like I was saying, like a lot of the people that watch my videos are like the black people in the industry just because they never seen anything like it before. So like I'm cool with like a lot of them, and they always kind of tell me about, you know, openings or opportunities or whatever. And then they started putting the homies onto it too. A lot of the homies are trying to break into the industry, and they've been putting them on. It's all been really dope. The black animation community is becoming like this really tight-knit thing, bro. Like,
yeah, I see that shit. Yeah, I see that shit happening, bro.
They looking out for each other. Everybody's looking out for each other. It's really dope.
Hell yeah, because that shit is like fucking like black art, not even like all art, just like actual like visual art. Like you ever see like Good Times where like JJ be painting the little pictures and shit, and like the black people be all like bendy and like artists like that.
Hell yeah.
Like that whole aesthetic and shit. Like that shit. Like black people kind of good at art, bro. Like I don't want to be like that type of nigga who just be like oh, black people be doing everything better, and then white people
it's valid.
Like that shit. There's some validity to it. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's a bit of personal preference that goes into like all that shit. Oh, which by the way, one last story, then I'll let you go and shit. Go into that.
Go ahead, bro.
So, like, I'll never forget this moment and shit. Whereas I became a little more like aware of like black animation and black creation in general and shit. So when I was in like 7th grade and shit, like I said, I was just drawing nigga like you and shit. Like I wasn't like super nice, but I was like, oh, that's all right for a kid type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I wasn't like shading nothing or nothing like that. But I draw all my little characters and like give them their little cool weapons and like give them like a little cool backstory, a cool outfit and all that shit. And they have like their long hair and they just be fucking like weird, you know, anime American type of fusion type shit. They were cool motherfuckers. I you know what I'm saying? I liked all my little characters that I made and shit. But I had a homeboy named Brian and shit. And one day this nigga came up to me and shit. And he looked at the picture I was drawing and shit. I just finished it. And it was super hard too. That shit was gangster as fuck. Like I love this picture and shit. And he looked at it and shit. And he was like, bro, like, why are you always drawing white people? And then I looked, bro. I looked through all my shit, bro, and every one of them up was some fucking random white dude with like a fucking spear or like a fucking sword or like some shit. And I'm like, bro, because I didn't think of it before then, but like that's what you see on TV and shit. Like, and that's like you, like I did it without even thinking about it and shit. Like, and I was just like, oh shit, like I felt stupid as fuck, bro. And like ever since then, I was like, I'm gonna incorporate more black shit into my shit. Like, and that's why shit like Black Panther, when Black Panther and all that shit comes out, like that's why shit like that is cool because like we don't be having people to draw and be and shit. Like I don't want to be Black Superman and shit. I just want to be regular. I could just be Black Panthers. Like, you know, you could just like I don't want to draw like a fucking, you know, like we should have our own lane and shit. That's when I was really like on like, oh, like we don't even have that many niggas, bro. Like if you trying to go to fucking Comic-Con or like fucking some anime convention or something, like you're not gonna have that many people to dress up like as a nigga and shit. So like that's where my whole focus on is. That's why I fuck with y'all niggas a lot and shit. Just cause I fucking
that's a real thing, bro. I feel like every black person that drew a bunch of even boy or girl, whatever, like they all drew.
Yeah, because that's what I was watching, bro. Like
everybody drew white.
Everybody was white on TV, and all the coolest niggas was white. Like that shit. Like I really was like, bro, that's fucking not cool. That shit made my heart sink and shit a little bit when he said that. Because I didn't realize that shit. Because he would draw too, but like his drawings was shitty and shit. But he would like draw niggas and shit. Like he draw a nigga with a flat top and shit. Like he was like, like he was all that shit, bro. That's what my dream is. Because you got your animation thing. My whole thing, I want to go into like the movie. Like best case scenario, I'd like to be like a director, and I'd like to maybe be like a writer, or like have some screenplays under my shit. Like my dream is to like have like a sci-fi movie or something where it's like there's niggas in space and it's mostly black people in space and shit, but it's like not a big deal. It's like not a black movie and shit. It's just like a regular movie.
It's just like a space movie.
Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah, it's just a space movie and shit. And like motherfuckers are just like, you got a tech guy and you got like 3D black characters and they all know how to black and shit. You feel me? Like they all are actual 3D people and shit where they're not just fucking yo homie type nigga type shit. Like I feel like that's where we're going, and I like it a lot. And
yeah,
I feel like niggas like you are pioneers, bro. And I appreciate that shit, man. I love that shit, man. Do your shit, man. Don't be drawing white people out here, bro. Draw black people. Kiki's black, I'm guessing, right? Her name's fucking Kiki.
Kiki was Hispanic.
That's good enough. I still like that.
And Cree, it was like Kiki was Hispanic, Cree was black, and Brad was white. It was
was Cree black because was Cree a girl or boy?
Girl.
It's like Cree Summers? Is that what you're doing?
Named after Cree Summer.
Oh my God. Yeah. You're a clown, bro. You trying to fuck?
Prism hit me up.
Did she really? Oh, I think I remember that. You said that in the video.
Oh no, I'm telling her to hit me up.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I think you said something. I think you was complaining about her or something, and you showed her fucking.
Oh, that wasn't me, bro. That was Nostalgia.
Was that Nostalgia? Somebody's complaining about Cree Summers, bro.
Nostalgia and Cree Summer got beef, bro.
I like her, bro. I like that voice, bro. Imagine fucking her and shit. That shit would probably be sexy, bro. Little raspy shit. Little Foxy Brown shit.
Yo, you are nuts, man.
What happened with her Nostalgia? Whatever. That's a different story for a different thing. I'm gonna let you get out of here, bro. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Hopefully we do this shit again. Next time I want to get you and Steve and shit. We'll do like a sketch the rhyme fucking crossover type shit.
Word, that'll be dope, bro. This was really fun, bro.
Yeah, man. It's cool, man. It's good talk to you, bro. Yeah. I'll probably get I'm trying to get Dub on here next time with somebody. So I'll probably have, I don't know. I'm gonna do something and shit. I don't know how it would be having a lot of niggas on here at one time and shit. Pause, but I probably want to try to fucking try to get a group of niggas and shit and see what's up, man.
Word.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all go check him out. Toonrific Tariq, man, makes high quality shit, man. This shit is very entertaining, very in depth and shit. Even if you're really not into animation type shit, like that shit, it's good watch shit on YouTube, man. Go and take the rabbit hole, bro. Go down the rabbit hole. Fucking Sketch the Rhyme podcast. Check them out, shit. Primm's Hood Cinema. Y'all know me. Cop some merch, man. Anything else you want to say, Tariq?
Nah, man.
No. Shut up, motherfucker. No.
Probably right, bro.
No, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Talking.
First, we get to fucking talking. Bro, I got so many sound effects. I don't be using the sound effects.
I kiss like the French do, put my tongue in your ear. Do it like the dogs do it, girl, and pull on your hair. For me, different scenery just means a different position. In the bushes hiding.